Okay, sixth graders, I know you're all excited to see me again today. Listen, we're going to talk about a box plot. We're in chapter 13. This is lesson 13.2. It begins on page 713 in your math book. Box plots. Again, are you ever going to have to build a box plot in your life? Why are we learning this stuff? I'll never use it. Listen, guys, this year I had to use box plots in a class that I took. So you just never know when and where you're going to need to use this information. So let's talk about what a box plot is. A box plot is a type of graph that shows how data is distributed. And it uses the least value, the greatest value. It shows you where the median is. Remember the median, that's the middle point in a data set. And then two new things that we're going to learn about today, the lower quartile and the upper quartile. And all the lower and upper quartiles is if you go from the median to the least, and you find the median of that set of numbers or data, that's your lower quartile. Same thing with the upper. You go from the median to the greatest value, you find the median of that set, and you have your upper quartile. Not rocket science. You guys can do this. Now, what I'm going to do is, we're going to go to page 715 in your math book, and I want to look at a set of numbers, a data set, problem number 2 on page 715. If you can do this problem, you can do any of these. The homework shouldn't be any real challenge for you. But here we have the length in seconds of 9 videos that were posted online. And it gives you 9 numbers. Now, in order to do the calculations, in order to put this box plot together, the first thing you got to do is you've got to line those numbers up from its least to its greatest. Once you've done that, then you can begin to put together the work you need to do to put the box plot together. So, I've done it for you. So you don't have to do problem number 2. Just pay attention. Here's my 9 numbers. The least is 46. The greatest is 65. And then, in numerical order, they're all listed. Now, notice that the number 50 appeared twice in the data set. You have to put it down twice, because it helps to determine the right median of this set of numbers. So, now, we've got 9 numbers, and we're lucky because it's an odd amount of numbers. And if you remember when we were learning how to get the median of a data set, we look for the number that's right in the middle. And when it's an odd number, there is a number in the middle. So we've got 9 numbers. We're going to go 4 this way. The 5th number is going to be our median. So here's our median. Our median is 51. I've also created a number line for you. And I've broken that number line into increments of 5. Because this is where we're going to build our box plot. Now, our median is 51. So here's 50, and here's 55. So our median is going to be right about there. And that's going to represent 51. That's our median of the entire data set. So now that we have that, now we got to find the median of these 2 sets of numbers. So now, if we look at the median between 45 and 51, it's only 2 numbers. So what do you have to do to find the median? Remember now, when you've only got an even amount of numbers, you have to add the two together in the center. Now, in this particular case, we would be using 45, or I'm sorry, 46 and 50. 46 and 50. These are the numbers we're trying to find the median of. So our two middle numbers are 48 and 50. So you're going to add 48 and 50 together, and then you're going to divide that by 2. 48 and 50 equals 98, right? 48 and 50, 98. Divide that by 2, and your answer is 49. 49 is the average of those two numbers. So now we're going to make our point here that's going to represent 49. So 49 is the lower quartile. Now, we go to the other end of this. And again, we've got an even amount of numbers. So we want to take the two middle numbers, add them together, divide it by 2. 60 and 62 is 122, right? Get those calculators going. Now take 122 and divide it by 2. Our upper quartile is going to be 61. So 61 is going to be right about there. We now have all the information we need to build our box plot. 49 is our lower quartile. 61 is our upper quartile. There's your box plot. You see how easy that is? I know you guys can do this. Go ahead and work through that lesson. Some of the things they'll be asking you to do is to determine the medians, determine the upper quartile and the lower quartile. You can do it. Page 717, 718, that's your homework. Read through the chapter, work the problems, do the homework. That's our lesson for today. Tomorrow, we're going to talk about the mean absolute deviation. There's a mouthful for you. Anyhow, good luck with building your box plots. I'm sure you're going to find that once you get into the groove of doing it, it's really going to be pretty easy for you. So, you guys take care of yourselves. Stay safe. Cameron, how you doing out there, buddy? Take care of yourselves and stay out of trouble. We'll see you tomorrow.